Victims of a taxi crash last weekend in Pietermaritzburg is currently underway, and our reporter Sibongakonke Mbatha is at the funeral service in Pietermaritzburg, and she joins us live with an update. A very good morning to you, Sibongakonke. Has the funeral service started?
It's a morning, Alicia, but it's not a very good one. It's a very somber mood. One can imagine losing a family member, but how much more when you're losing 4, 5 at the same time, including a child. We are coming to you live from KwaXimba, where the mass funeral for the 19 congregants who passed on last week is currently underway. We must make mention of the fact that the support the families have been receiving throughout the week has been overwhelming, as they described. We have seen local, provincial and national leadership fully supporting the families currently in tears, and they're also very much present at the service this morning. We are seeing the presence of Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. We saw the presence of Dr. Zweli Mkhize. We saw the presence of eThekwini Mayor Councillor Zandile Gumede. We saw the presence of its local mayor, Mr. Musa Mkhize. So the family, after speaking to them briefly in the morning, said that they are very grateful for the support they've received so far, and they're very hopeful that moving forward it comforts them that whatever they had lost is being comforted and supported by leadership around them. It is a very somber mood. We saw quite a lot of tears, and the marquee, I must say, is literally overflowing with congregants of the Zion congregation, especially the Enyoni circuit, because that's where most of the victims were from. We will remember that they were coming from an unveiling, coming to and from an unveiling when this dreadful incident happened, and right now most of them are still in shock. Most of them still can't believe that they've lost so many members of their families. As I had mentioned before, that some lost 3 to 5 families per house.
Sibongakonke, do tell us, man, who are some of the dignitaries that are attending the service? Is the transport ministry there? Are there associations for the taxis there? I mean, to try and find common ground in dealing with the scourge of the accidents in the area.
Yes, indeed, Alicia. I did see the presence of the Taxi Association from Camperdown as well as Pietermaritzburg. We also saw the Umsunduzi municipality officials also present. There is also the presence of the National Transport Minister, Mr. Joe Masongani, which we hopefully will give us some sort of direction as to how exactly will this case be resolved. We understand that the driver of in the cause of the accident is still alive, and he was loading more people than expected in a 14-seater vehicle. He had almost 29. More justice will be done, of course, but there will be certain measures that will need to be taken to make sure that whoever was responsible, if not the driver, must be brought to book.
Ronke, we understand that the preliminary investigation had suggested that it was the failure of the brakes that, of course, caused the fatal accident. What is the latest now? Do we know the actual cause?
As we are yet to speak to the National Minister, the latest with regards to the preliminary investigation have not yet been received. By the end of today, we will surely know as to what had exactly caused the accident. Like you mentioned, that there was also brake failure, but also proper driving, checking the entire vehicle. We will, of course, be finding out more details with regards to the results of that investigation.
All right, thank you so much. That was our reporter Sibongakonke Mbatha coming to us live from Pietermaritzburg, where mass funeral service for the 19 victims who lost their lives in a horrific car crash last weekend.